All right, everyone. Today we're here with Derrick, the dad. Round of applause for Derrick, everyone.
Appreciate it.
Thank you for coming, bro. Appreciate you being here. For me, I don't know. It's a big deal because I've seen you on the internet for years. So I'm like, maybe Derrick will come on the show. So
Yeah, man.
thank you for coming, bro. I
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
Mainly just want to know a bit about your story, how you got here. I mean, you were sharing a little bit off camera, but it's kind of crazy because like we all would think that this is like what you do with your whole life. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, you'd love to
Yeah,
one
yeah.
day, right?
Yeah,
but
one day.
maybe just a little bit about the story, how you became Derrick the dad. It sounds like you've done a lot of other businesses as well. So
Yeah.
just tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. So yeah, Derek Dad, you see our content now. What we have the green mic. We're in San Pedro Square, but it wasn't always like that.
Yeah.
We started maybe what is it? We're in 2026. I think we started in 2024 or 2023. I don't remember.
Dang.
I gotta check the timestamp on IG, but we started on Post Street.
Okay.
Actually, and it worked well there. But I didn't invest into the right mic at that time. I didn't have a consistent camera person. I actually would go out there with a tripod at times, set up the tripod, have people like stand on this X tape that I put on the floor.
Nice.
Because I know that we would
for
be
the
in
shot.
frame.
Yeah.
So I'd be like, hey, stand right here. I'm gonna come ask you this question.
Smart. Yeah.
And then February of I think 2024 or 2025, we asked some Valentine's question of San Jose. What's the best place to take your Valentine's Day in San Jose?
Right,
And
yeah.
that just
That's
that took
that was
off.
the thing.
And then once that started to get the ball rolling, we just stayed on it while it was hot, and then you see where we're at today.
Yeah. What's Instagram like 12K?
No, right now
Or
we're
is it
at
higher
no,
now?
now we're at 52K. Instagram.
Did that like
Yeah. So we just
I
hit
feel like
50K.
that blew up in like the last year though.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't look at the numbers
No,
like that.
no,
So
no,
yeah.
no. It's good. Yeah, we hit 50K, maybe like
That's right.
a month
I
ago.
saw that post.
Yeah,
I
maybe a
remember
month
now.
ago or so.
You did a giveaway or something.
Yeah, we
I
just gave
remember
out
that.
some paletas with the paleta
Yeah, I
planeta
saw
shout
that.
out. Yeah.
And
So-
you were with them at the World Cup.
yeah,
I saw that
at the
too.
watch party. Yeah, so we handed out the ice creams there. But yeah, right now we're like at 52K or something like that, and then TikTok we're at 20K.
Yeah, because you don't post too much about TikTok on Instagram.
Yeah.
But when you did once, I was like, oh, let's go see it. And I was like, dang, even over here, it's blowing up.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I feel like Unc when I'm on TikTok, bro. I don't know how to navigate through that site or whatever the app, and yeah, it's the worst. Like, I literally post and then get off.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I don't know how to navigate through there. Whenever I choose to doom scroll, I doom scroll on IG or YouTube.
Yeah.
Or YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube, that's true.
Yeah.
If I'm like not watching a video, I'll start scrolling the shorts.
Yeah, exactly. The shorts, yeah.
And I'm like, dang,
The
they got me.
conspiracy. Yeah, exactly.
I know.
Yeah.
No, IG feels safe, like for sure for scrolling, because it's like a bunch of people I know, like all you guys. I'll see your stuff, but
Yeah.
in terms of like consuming content, it's definitely TikTok. I'm not gonna. It's been years. My
Yeah.
sisters, we have a group chat on there. That's where they'll send me everything. and
Yeah, dude.
We're sending everything there. So
Yeah, I'll have people tell me like, "Oh, I sent you this thing on TikTok," and I'm like, "I don't even know how to find that. Like, how you sent that to me, bro? Like, serious?
you gotta go to your DMs, bro.
Yeah,
The
like I'll go to
DMs
the
on
DMs.
TikTok.
Yeah, it's like,
But
but
your
it's like
DMs
all
are probably
together.
crazy.
On Instagram, they
days.
are. I'm
Yeah.
the worst at responding.
Because you get a lot.
The worst.
Yeah.
It's like or like, and they're not always nice, but yeah, you know.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy that you have haters because
Yeah.
you're like the nicest guy on the internet.
I try to be, bro, but
Yeah.
it's just that people say like that I cherry pick clips to put in the videos or whatever. And honestly, I don't do that. I'll tell you the formula I do
Yeah.
if you really want to know is if I usually try to ask 10 to 12 people the question that I'm
Right.
trying to get because
Right.
10 to 12 people will equal about a minute on Instagram
That's why.
or TikTok.
Yeah.
And to get monetized, you have to hit a 60-second video
Yeah.
on TikTok.
Yeah.
So literally, if I was to ask where's the best burrito to 12 people and they all told me La Vic's, bro, I would have to maybe just use it just to get,
Yeah, you would
whatever.
use it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if you get different answers, you'll use them.
Yeah, so yeah, we don't cherry pick them. I wish we did, and that's another
So
reason we
funny.
kind of started doing this was just the genuine and the reality of like these answers. You know what I mean, and what
Yeah.
these opinions of these people. So
Yeah. It really reminds me of like what I did on Twitter to get my audience is I would just ask questions.
Yeah.
And now you guys are just doing it on Instagram in video form. Like
Yeah.
it takes longer because for me it takes 2 seconds to think of something to put on the internet.
sure.
But for you guys it's like, yeah, I have a question, but now I need to go ask 10 people. I need to go film for an hour to get a 1-minute video. Like it's not as simple as people think it is.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
It's not. But my audience was music, so like I gotta cater the questions to the music. You guys are general like San Jose based questions.
Yeah, whatever.
And so that's
yeah.
just anything within San Jose.
Sure,
It's
yeah.
pretty like easy in that way, like to think of questions. For me, everyone was like, "Oh, bro, you just formulate these." I was like, "Dude, to this day I'll still ask questions on Twitter, but it doesn't do as well as it used to. But I also barely ever tweet.
Sure.
And I used to tweet 10,000 times a month.
Right,
Back at my
right.
peak, like
Yeah.
to respond to everyone or not just custom tweets, right? But
yeah.
like they hate on you just for the littlest of things, bro. Like,
Yeah, and it's
it's-
cool. Like I've always told the team too before, like, and when I say team, it's
Yeah.
literally one of my homies and my wife.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I don't want
That's cool.
everybody to like me. I really don't.
Yeah.
Because
That's not the goal.
That's not the goal.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to put out content that I like to do, and I don't want it to feel like a job ever.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, it's kind of weird because I treat it like a job because I want to get the rewards as if I was like working hard.
Well,
for
yeah,
this,
I mean you're working hard.
So
Yeah.
it's like kind of weird. Like you got to find that balance, like
Yeah.
you want to have fun, you want to like still do this, but then you also don't want to waste your time away from
Yeah.
family. You want to
Yeah.
make sure your time is valuable, and so you're
Jesus
getting-
wasn't
getting
liked
paid
by everyone. So
for- exactly.
yeah, I mean,
Exactly.
but this is the thing is like they're gonna hate for any reason. Bro.
Yeah.
But that's good, man. That you've been at this a while. So a few years.
Yeah, a few
so
years.
what was going on Post Street? What were they doing there?
It was just more like lively at that time.
Okay,
I feel like,
okay.
and you did get a little bit more of the San Jose State crowd. So it was
Yeah.
like a little the younger,
Post, yeah.
younger people like were just jumping bar from bar.
Oh, okay.
you know,
bar hopping right there.
Yeah, bar hopping right there. Rather now, like when you go to San Pedro, we can
Yeah.
ask like a Bay Area question because some of these people are driving in from Fremont, Union
Yeah,
City,
that's
Hayward,
true.
Oakland, whatever,
It's the
just to
spot
come,
now.
just to
Yeah,
come
just
party.
to come hang out.
So
Yeah.
rather like on Post Street, like I said, most of those people were like SJSU kids or locals, and which was cool and which was fun. But once we hit the San Pedro side of things and start to see things change, we're like, let's just stay here. You know?
Yeah. That's bro, foot traffic. And you probably live pretty close to all that, so it's not too far
Yeah,
for you
yeah,
to get
10
out
minutes.
there.
Yeah,
No.
10 minutes.
So San Jose your whole life then?
San Jose, my whole life, I've always gone to school in here my whole life. I did live in Hayward.
Oh, did you?
From like 3rd grade to 5th grade, but I still went to school down here.
Dang.
Yeah, like my mom was working down here and stuff.
Commuting out.
Using my aunt's address.
Yeah.
But yeah,
whole
as
thing.
far as besides those 2 years,
Yeah.
I've always lived in San Jose. Yeah,
Okay.
so.
Okay. Where'd you go to school then?
Oh man, I went to
Gotta
like
dox yourself,
I went to
bro.
like 5 different schools, bro. I went
Really?
I went to Gunderson, Willow Glen, Lee, Boynton.
went to
Went
Lee.
back to
Boynton.
Lee.
My cousin went from Lee to Boynton, and she graduated, I think, from Boynton.
Boynton, yeah, I went back to Lee.
You got back in there.
I got back into Lee because yeah, I was a different person back in the day. So I was one of the first people to get sent to Boynton as a sophomore.
Really?
Yeah, not proud of it, but that's why I had that time to be able to to bounce back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got back on track and
Yeah.
got back into Lee. So most people, they just say, forget it. I'll
Yeah.
just run it out of whatever school I get into. But
Yeah,
that's
so-
good.
Yeah, so once I got back, once I was like, okay, I can go back. Like,
Yeah.
I got my head on straight, and then I
yeah.
got back to Lee, graduated from Lee.
There you
and
go.
Yeah, I had to have that wake up call. You know?
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Mine came after school. I was 21.
yeah,
That's when I went through my phase.
yeah,
But yeah, it's always like, it seems like for everyone, it's like somewhere for like a year or two at least. There's
Yeah.
always that phase.
yeah. And I was like going to school with these kids who were like, they had like real life issues. I think like outside of school,
Yeah.
and I did too. But then like once I kind of seen like how they were kind of like mentally and like how
Yeah.
they like thought differently than I did, and I was just like, oh yeah, I shouldn't be like here, but my actions got me here,
Yeah.
So now you
Yeah.
gotta make some actions to get out of here,
Yeah.
and
Hanging
so
around the wrong crowd type of
it was
thing.
100% that,
Yeah.
and then even after I graduated high school, I still was like a little rocky for a second. You know what I mean? Like same
Yeah.
thing. Probably not until I was about 20 or 21 is when I got super head on straight and was like,
Oh,
I'm
really?
not doing this stuff
Okay.
anymore. Yeah.
Okay.
And then a few years later, I had my first kid at like 23, and
Yeah,
I was just like,
dang. Derek the dad.
yeah. That's why I was like, now I was like, yeah. Now I can't really be messing around at all.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
That's when the career and everything came into place, right?
yeah,
Yeah. Usually, that's my dad was the same story with me.
yeah.
He's just like right before I was born. He's like, I saw a flyer for AC at San Jose City College. I think my mom or my aunt was going to school there. They were just hanging out, and he's like, all right, like I'll be an HVAC tech. Like
Exactly.
it's
Yeah.
it just kind of happens. Like we all can be so prepared for these things, but until the time comes when it's like, what's the decision? It's like okay, then you make it. But
And like
and you've taken care, so
yeah,
whatever,
and
man.
it's not about like as a man when you have children, like you start to realize like it's not about you anymore. And
Right.
unfortunately, we know some men that probably didn't
Think it
realize
is
that,
still.
yeah, And so it's like I didn't want to be one of those guys,
No,
So it's
no.
like I got to,
Take care.
I got to take care of the kid and then
Mm-hmm.
kids if in the future. So yeah, so it's
Yeah,
cool.
because it's how many kids now? Two or
Three now.
three?
Yeah, so
I
one.
only know the daughter because you
Yeah,
started doing the videos with her.
exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah. So she's like one of the reasons too that we started doing videos online because she's like,
really.
Pops, you're always watching this stuff. You're always watching this. Like, and I
Oh,
kind of told her the same thing. Like, you're always on YouTube. Like, you should become one of these YouTubers. And
that's what you're doing now with her.
yeah. And so, like,
That's cool.
but it's like slowly getting into it because I want her to just be a kid. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like,
yeah, yeah,
I don't want to, like this. This is a big setup here you guys have, and it's
yeah,
like imagine being 8 years old and be like, okay, now do this and do that. It's like, dude, just be a kid,
yeah.
you
There's
know.
work for sure. The
It's
work
like,
aspect of it all, right?
yeah.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
like,
That's
we
true.
just went to VidCon, the YouTube
I
convention,
saw that. Yeah,
and I told her like, if you want to ask questions, you tell me who you want to ask, and we'll reach out to them,
yeah.
And so we did, and some people said yes, some people said no, some people didn't
Mm-hmm.
respond,
Right.
but the people who said yeah, like we ran it, she ran it, she's cool. So as long as
I saw that. Yeah.
we're planting that seed with her, and she's gonna bloom into whatever
Yeah.
she wants.
Yeah. Yeah. And she's obviously into it, or she'd say no.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So she fed into you, and now you're feeding back into her.
Oh, it's yeah.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, people always say like, oh, like you told me earlier off camera, like,
Yeah.
oh, you guys look like she looks just
Oh,
like you.
heck yeah,
A lot
bro.
of people say that, but it's crazy because she acts just like me too,
Yeah.
in a sense where I'm like, oh dang, I could see
But the
now where
face,
she's
bro, like the
going.
facial, like I was like, that's definitely his daughter for
Yeah,
sure. That's
yeah,
cool though, man. I
yeah,
mean, most kids, I've had clients, bro, like for marketing and stuff that I teach how to build their brands,
yeah,
and like taking videos or getting on video is like the hardest step for anyone.
yeah, for
Like,
sure.
so getting to the point where you can talk, be there, and she's interviewing her like most favorite people on the internet. So, I
Yeah,
mean, the fact that she's doing it, that's a big deal because if she can do it now, most people just don't have it in them. It's where they like kind of stop at the program.
yeah, and I have to give her sometimes a pep talk because she does get a little nervous,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
like for some of them she's gotten nervous, and I'm like, hey, they're normal people.
yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, I got it,
100%.
but then I got to remember she's 8 years old. You know what I mean? And like at 8 years old, when I was meeting
She's tall though.
Josh Thompson, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly, yeah. Like when I was meeting people at 8 years old, I understood. Like I was like, oh, a little spooked too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. I didn't think. I thought she was like 10 or 12.
Bro, she acts like it. She
Yeah.
acts like it. You
It's the
know?
YouTube videos.
Yeah, you know, and that's the thing. Once she gets into conversation with some of these like other creators or
Yeah.
people that she likes, she's talking to them like normal, you
That's
know.
good.
But
That's good,
But that's what I'm
though.
telling her. Like, just go into that situation like that, you know, like because at first it's a little clammed up, it's a little shy. You got to
Yeah, yeah.
open it up a little bit, but
Takes time.
it takes time.
Yeah.
But you know, I told my wife if she's doing this at 8 years old, just imagine at 18 what she
Mm-hmm.
could be doing, you know. So
Bro,
you know,
she'll, excuse me, she'll have her brand set,
hopefully,
you know,
yeah,
like once you guys are comfortable with making her a page and stuff too, like
yeah.
you could grow her page like that
Mm-hmm.
because the collabing.
Exactly.
Thank
Yeah.
God.
Yeah. Exactly.
Finally, we
I
got
know. And the cool thing too, I won't give out the channel's name,
Mm-hmm.
but she does do a faceless channel,
Oh, does she?
bro.
Nice.
And she's grown from 0 to like 250 followers in the last like month and
On
a half.
Instagram.
Or subscribers on YouTube.
Oh, YouTube.
YouTube.
What's she doing? What kind of content?
She does Roblox content.
There you
Yeah,
go.
Roblox content.
So she's in steal the
and,
brain rot. That's like the big game on
yeah,
Roblox
yeah.
right
She's
now,
not
right?
too still in the brain rot. She was like into DTI for a second. It was like
Okay.
Dress to Impress.
Oh,
I don't know if
okay.
you've seen that. Like,
Oh, it's like the fashion show.
yeah, that was like the
one?
fashion
Okay.
show one for a second.
My sister's into that, but on a different game. Yeah.
And now she like plays all these cop and robber games, like murder mystery. It's
That's
called,
cool.
all that
So
stuff.
she just does the voiceover.
She doesn't
and
do the
she's
voices.
playing.
She just like her
She's not even
avatar is
talking.
the character.
Oh,
And,
yeah.
like, she'll put
That's how they do
text.
it.
Yeah, and like she'll
That's
just
crazy.
yeah she'll like make shorts. She'll make long form videos.
Wow. So
And
she's into it.
She's like into it, dude. Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah, she's into it. She knows like all the drops of when this video comes out. I gotta wake up at 9 a.m. because this video's premiering.
Premiere, dude. I know.
You know, it's
when we
like-
started seeing that for YouTube, I was like,
Yeah.
really, like music videos, like premiering,
Yeah.
like no more MTV, I guess.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
well,
exactly.
actually, it's gone, right?
Yeah.
So, so I know you talk about your faith a lot on you're like not ashamed of it, which I think is pretty cool.
Nah.
So you guys are going to church somewhere out in San Jose these days?
Yeah,
or-
yeah. We go to Cathedral of Faith.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, we go
Kenny,
Cathedral.
Pastor
Kenny,
Kenny.
yeah, exactly. Shout
He's
out
a
the
man.
Formans.
Yeah, the Formans. Shout out the
Yeah,
Formans.
shout out the Formans.
It's a huge church, bro.
But we really enjoyed Pastor Mike. He was the pastor on Wednesdays. He was like older Mexican guy.
Mike, what's
I think his name was Gonzalez. I want to
Yeah,
say.
yeah.
I want to say it was
So the Wednesday night
Gonzalez.
services?
Yeah, I want to say it was
Okay.
Gonzalez. He's still there at the church. You'll see him time to time.
Mhm.
Now it's John Fernandez. I think Pastor John though. I think
On
his last name's
Wednesdays.
Fernandez.
Okay.
But he took over for Pastor Mike this year.
Okay.
But yeah, bro, not ashamed of my faith at all. The reason
No.
I'm sitting here, the reason that I have the 50,000 followers, the reason I have my family,
Yep.
everything is because of the man above.
Yeah.
And so,
Through the children, which is crazy, through your daughter. You know?
Exactly.
Like through the Bible talks about that. Through
exactly.
the mouth of babes or something.
Yeah.
Like,
And you know, ironically enough, I just talked to Larissa about this. I just told him because he posted a video, and you can go to his profile. He posted a video of someone, a child saying to him, "Jesus is proud of you," to Larissa, and I commented saying, "Believe this because God speaks through the children."
and that's for you
and
too.
He like exactly. Look, it's chills.
Yeah.
bro.
Did he
Like,
say something?
He just liked the comment.
Okay, okay.
Right, but this was before that thing, and so, but that's what I'm saying though. You know, that's what I'm talking about. Is you saying this, but no, that's why being ashamed of it is no, because
Yeah.
because if I walk in faith and I try to walk in
Yeah.
how do I say it? Like I try to walk in like peace. You know, like
Yeah.
like Prince of Peace type
Jesus,
stuff.
that's, yeah,
you
that's
know,
what he gives you.
so like I try to be like that. Obviously, I'm human.
Yeah.
I'm not Jesus, and so I have my ups and my downs. I sin every day.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you know, yeah.
perfect,
So
but-
yeah. So I'll never be ashamed of it, bro. Because you know the reason I'm here is because of him, and the people who may not believe in him, or the people who may not truly think that he's real or whatever. I always say this: they just haven't hit that rock bottom yet. They may have been in a dark room, they may have been in a dark place.
Yeah.
But trust me, when you
Yeah.
hit that rock bottom, you don't just say, "Please, some random person help me." No one does that. You know.
No such thing as an atheist in a foxhole, my dad always says. Like,
Exactly.
when you're at war, everyone's praying to God. All of a sudden, everyone believes, you know? So
exactly. So
it's there.
yeah, you know. So not being ashamed of it at all. You
No, that's
know?
real. That's good.
Yeah, bro. So
Yeah. Because it's not, that's the thing too about your content. It's not like, it's kind of like my content. It's not Christian content, but if you feel led to share, you're going to share and you don't shy away from what you believe. You
True.
know,
Yeah.
you're not. If people ask you straight up, you're not lying and saying no, I don't.
Yeah.
You don't do that.
Yeah, no, I'm never will be ashamed. I'll never like deny the Lord or
Mm-hmm.
never whatever.
That's good.
Yeah, never that. The thing is just the reason being the thing is understanding. Like I can get deep into it.
Yeah.
Like the
No,
thing
man, go
is,
for it.
yeah,
Go.
like the thing is like,
I'm gonna cut all it out. No, I'm just kidding.
no,
That's
yeah.
crazy.
Pastor Mike actually gave one of the services that like changed my life, and I
Mm-hmm.
haven't even told him this, but he said, hey, at the end of the church they were dismissing all of us, but before they dismissed us, they said a prayer,
Mm-hmm.
and the prayer was saying, Pastor Mike in the prayer was saying, God, whatever you want these people to do, ask, just have them do it. Show them the door and they'll walk through it.
Mm.
And in that message, he was saying sometimes we have to walk through doors that necessarily we may not want to. Like today, if I was tired from work
Yeah.
yesterday and recording,
Yeah.
maybe I might not want to come here this morning.
Right. Right.
But sometimes we have to come to these places or go to these places when we don't want to. And then in the end, that sharpens our iron. You know what I mean? And so after that, I would always throw that in my prayer at the end of the day, like in my normal daily prayer. Whatever you want me to do, I will do. I will do. And bro, I had my third kid at this time.
Mm-hmm.
I switched jobs because I was working with a job with no benefits, no paid time off, no vacation, nothing.
What was that?
Roofing.
Ugh.
I was a roofer
Hard work.
for years, dude. Years and years and years and years and years. It's good money,
Yeah.
hard work, good money,
No benefits.
but no benefits. Like the things that truly matter
Right.
into a career and a
Mm-hmm.
job. And yeah, just the company was just a super small company. I tried for years to get into the union.
Dang.
I had an opportunity. I just didn't think the company. I didn't align. I didn't feel right
Right.
going there. So
Yeah.
I just decided not to take that opportunity. And so yeah, I switched jobs to my career that I do today, and I took a massive pay cut.
Really?
Like bro, like $11, like crazy. I was getting paid bank at the roofing.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that also was like to help cover not having the benefits, so we would have to pay
Exactly.
pay out of pocket.
Exactly. Yeah.
But I was just taking a massive pay cut, and so I wasn't used to it. And so, bro, I'm not a tough guy. I'm not machismo kind of guy. Nothing like that. But I don't cry. I don't really cry a lot. You know.
Okay.
And I was just waking up crying every day, like crying. Like and this was
Dang.
like not too long ago. It was less than 2 years ago.
Okay.
And I was crying, and like my wife was like, "Are you okay?" Like,
Yeah,
she's like,
yeah.
"I don't never seen you like this," and I was just so broken, bro, because I had nothing. And so finally, I was working at the job, and God put on my heart, bro. I always because you'll hear people say, "Oh, something told me something." This,
Yeah.
in my opinion, I always say that's God
Yeah.
putting it on your heart.
Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
God put on my heart, like, "Hey, get a microphone that is a better microphone than what you have now."
Wow.
Do this and do that, and find somebody to work with, find someone to work with, find someone to work with, because I was just hiring random people to hold the camera for me. Hey,
Really?
you want to make $30 in 2 hours? Here, just hold this camera for me. I'll tell you who I'm going up to.
Yeah.
You know, like, and so in my head it was just like, become more aligned. Like, you're becoming more aligned with me. Become more aligned with what you're trying to do here on earth too, you know?
Wow.
And so then I just did it. I did it, and I'm walking through that door that he was putting in front of me.
Yeah.
You know? And
Yeah.
so once I started to do that, like I said, I asked, what's the date? What's the best date?
Was that
spot
like
in
right
San Jose?
after
It was literally like,
the next
it
video?
was like 2 weeks after.
Dang.
And it just started popping off. And I was
Yeah.
like, okay, I'm going to keep going. 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 But at the same time, I'm going to keep going on the internet. I got to keep going to church. I got to
Right,
keep going
right.
and studying the word. I got to
Yeah.
keep going and living
Yeah.
this certain
You
way.
don't want to walk away.
You
Yeah.
know, yeah. So it was really, and then like I said, it's like a big thing in my life is just balance with everything, you know. So just finding that balance, you know. So I just was so broken and hitting rock bottom where where I was feeling like I couldn't feed my 3 babies, let alone my wife and myself. I did not like that feeling. And so I had to get myself out of it. And by the grace of God, I'm about to take my kids into Universal Studios next week, you know?
Nice.
And like it's
That's
like one of the
awesome.
best feelings in the world,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know? Like I didn't go
yeah.
to Universal until I was like 19 years old, dude.
I was
And
a kid. I
you
haven't been
know,
since. Yeah, I
so it's
want to
like,
go. Yeah,
yeah. So,
that's sick.
so by the grace of God, bro, I'm able to do that.
To afford all
It's
that.
not that
Yeah.
I post a video every day. It's not that I grab a green mic and I went down
No.
there. No, it's by the grace of God and it's
Yeah.
by walking through that door that
Yeah.
he did that. And
Yeah.
everybody has that door as long as they want to open their eyes.
Right. Yeah. And I feel like it's a lot of doors sometimes,
Mm-hmm.
like it's just like you're saying the daily steps even of like even if today you're like, "Oh, bro, I'm tired. Like it was a long day yesterday." Like it's not so much that you would have missed what God was doing, but if it's like continually you're just like chilling and not doing anything and not being led by his spirit,
Mm-hmm.
then it becomes like he's like, "Come on, like
Yeah.
you're not. Let's go."
Yeah,
He'll
exactly.
start pulling on. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Like more, because I don't know if it's so much like we can miss his will or his thing for our life. I think we can for sure if you start going wayward, 100%. But like, I don't think he looks at us and judges us every day if he's like, "Oh, bro, like Derrick, you missed it today." Like Derrick,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he's talking to us that way
Mm-hmm.
either. Because a
Mm-hmm.
lot of believers, especially a lot of like people like in the Catholic Church, they see it that way. Like it's like works mindset, right?
Correct.
And there's grace, there's Holy Spirit, there's so many other things that he is more so than like being like, bro, what's wrong with you? Like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't
Yeah.
think that's the kind of father he is. You know,
Yeah.
you're not probably not that with your kids. So
100%. You know,
yeah,
that's like that's the truth. You know, and the thing is, I mean, and the truth is like we're not perfect. You know,
yeah,
and sometimes we step into the church world, and I'm sure we all know these people who, you know, like they poop flowers. They're like these they think like they're like these perfect people. Like I'm you know what I mean? And it's like and the by walking with God, like what's got me what I've taken a lot away too is just like I said, the Prince of Peace. So with that is just allowing people to be who they want to be.
yeah.
So if this
Oh
person
yeah.
wants to like act like they're all like holy moly, go ahead.
Holy
You
moly,
know what I mean? Like
guacamole. Yeah,
like go
for
ahead
sure,
and do that. But
for
look,
sure.
I'm a sinner. I mean, like I sin.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not perfect,
yeah.
and as long as I try to be better, it sounds cliche, but as long as you try to be better than the day before,
Mm-hmm.
then that's all that really matters. Because you can't
Yeah,
worry about yesterday when you're in today,
yeah.
ironically, we can't even think about tomorrow.
Nope.
And so, like,
Mm-mm.
that's the thing. As long as we're living like right here,
Yep.
I think that's like the most important part. And we're
Mm-hmm.
obviously going to make mistakes because it's like a live TV show.
Not
Our
perfect.
life, like seriously.
Whoops. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, that's true, and like, and as sons and daughters, that's all he sees us as. He doesn't see us as sinners. He doesn't see us as people who are like making mistakes all the time. Like he's just so proud of us.
Mm-hmm.
Like the fact that we're even still coming out here and doing this and showing up and like pursuing my dreams, pursuing your dreams. Like
Mm-hmm.
that's. I think that makes him more stoked than even we realize. Like I don't think he's sitting here, don't do that. You shouldn't do. That's not like I don't think that's his heart or who he is.
Correct.
But a lot of people get stuck there.
Yeah,
And the
yeah.
religiosity of it all and no freedom and
Yeah.
but no, the peace I could definitely see it for sure. Like
Yeah.
like that revelation that you've had of it.
Yeah,
I
for
could
sure.
hear it in the voice, like just
Mhm.
you're a calm,
Yeah.
peaceful person.
Yeah.
Not that you don't have moments, but
No, yeah, but if you would have seen me, like obviously we all had our younger days, but like from 16 to like 21, it was like this kid is nuts. Like like this kid's going like bro. I've had people tell me, I've had teachers tell me like, oh, you're going to like you'll be in prison,
all that.
everything like big time things like that. I was just a bad kid. I probably deserved some of those things that they told me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I probably acted as if I was going down that road,
Right, right.
But like I said, by the grace of God, like for some reason, I just like calmed down, zenned out, and
Yeah. He got a hold of you.
and got and that was it. And so, but like
It's
I
good,
didn't
man.
really start like following until like maybe like 3 or 4 years ago is like when I
Yeah.
started really getting into it. Like
Yeah.
you
That's
know,
funny. That's
yeah.
probably when I started seeing your
So,
stuff
probably
more consistently.
yeah, probably. So, yeah, just locking in. But yeah, I
It's been
like as
years.
far as like ashamed or like behind closed doors being a prayer, dude. Like nah,
Yeah,
you
no,
know,
no.
like because eventually I want that to become my content. Like
Right.
not so much like Bryce Crawford or anything.
Right.
But I want to
You
go.
could ask the questions on the street.
I want to go
though.
talk the word, on the street, and then
That's good.
yeah, and like my father was homeless, so I want to start feeding the homeless, and
Mm.
as you know, like, Cathedral Faith does it.
Yep, Second Harvest.
Yeah, it's with Second Harvest Food Bank. And so
Yep.
like I want to start doing stuff like that, and yeah, man, just continue to keep doing God's work in a sense,
Yeah.
because I do
Yeah.
believe that I'm doing God's work with the green mic because it's
Yeah.
providing for my family,
Yeah. Yeah.
and I don't
Yeah.
feel like disgusting about it.
No, it's wholesome, bro. It's
Yeah,
so
so
wholesome.
yeah,
But no, yeah, when you're talking about your dad, the only time I've ever, well, that's not true. Twice. I've been arrested twice. Right? Back in the day,
yeah,
I was like a 21-year-old kid, right?
yeah,
And I was saying this actually to my sister, and she watches our cousin, so we all went to the beach the other day. And I was like, I didn't even know that I was breaking laws, right? Because the little girl, the cousin, she was like asking us questions, like, have you
yeah,
ever got in trouble? Like, just on the way
yeah,
home from the beach trying to talk, right? And I was like, I didn't even know that what I was doing was wrong, right? I didn't know it was an illegal thing to send that many text messages or whatever it
yeah,
was, right?
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
we're sitting on a roof for the other one of a
yeah,
brand new house. Nobody lived in, nobody moved in yet,
yeah,
but the neighbors called because we weren't drinking, we weren't smoking, we were just sitting there.
yeah, just on,
Just
yeah,
Christian kids hanging
yeah,
out doing
yeah,
nothing, right?
yeah,
And like, we're just being maybe a little loud, right? So somebody calls the cops bring a ladder, and we get booked, right? And so for the first one, I was 22, and it was excessive texting, and I had to do what's it called, community service.
okay, yeah,
And so I think we were going to Cathedral Morgan Hill at the time, and they're like, oh, just like have them like Second Harvest, like package up food,
yeah,
easy,
yeah,
right? Like
yeah,
you don't
yeah,
got to do nothing crazy.
yeah,
You don't got to pick up street like
yeah,
trash, right?
right,
And so I was like, all right. So I started doing it, and I remember going, and I met this kid, bro. I forget his name, but he's like, bro, like something like for stealing or something he got in trouble for, right?
yeah,
And he's like, yeah, bro, I don't want to get in trouble here for like sneaking 2 fruits and stealing 2 fruits.
yeah,
Like I can't get
yeah,
in trouble here, but if I'm in trouble here, I'm going straight to jail. And he was
yeah,
like 18, 19-year-old kid, right? And I'm
yeah,
like, bro, like, okay, just don't steal the fruit then. Like, I
yeah,
don't
yeah,
like,
exactly,
do you
yeah,
want the plums that bad? But
yeah,
I was going through that, and then I got diagnosed with cancer, and I started going through chemotherapy.
dang,
And so I still had like 20 or 30 hours. And my dad goes to the judge on like my next court date, because I couldn't even get out of bed, bro,
yeah,
like going
yeah,
through chemo,
yeah,
right? It's like the first month in, and he goes to the judge. He's like, hey, he's going through like chemo. He got diagnosed with cancer. Can he just not do his like 20 or 30 hours yet? And the judge like, it's totally fine. Like,
yeah, yeah,
you're good to go. But it was through Second Harvest, bro.
yeah,
So like
yeah,
feeding the home, like
yeah,
that heart you have because of what your father went through. That's awesome.
yeah,
Man.
it's real, and he's
Yeah.
the one he's the one who led me to the Lord. My dad,
Oh, really?
my
Okay.
mom's not really into it all. Like she prays and stuff, but like she doesn't go to church. She doesn't do
Yeah.
none of that. But my
Yeah.
dad's the one who like led me to the Lord to Cathedral Faith.
Wow.
And like yeah, he's the one who like would pray over me. But like
Yeah.
my dad was homeless, had nothing. Like I'll go to school and people will say, "Oh, I see your dad in the freeway exit asking for money with a sign or whatever."
Dang.
And to me, I didn't care. Like
Yeah.
that was my dad. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
He'd drop you off and then go do that type of
no,
thing? Or
no,
okay,
no,
okay.
no. My dad was kind of like in and out of my life. Like, my dad was actually a legal immigrant for a long time.
Okay.
So he was actually deported a few times. But then once he got married to my mom,
Yeah.
he was able to stay as a legal citizen.
Yeah.
And they actually got married. So they got married, and then they got separated, but she stayed married to him so he could keep his papers.
Oh wow.
Yeah, shout
so
out to
so
him.
these days he's good because
Well, he's passed away
Oh, I'm
since.
sorry to
Yeah,
hear
it's
that.
all right now.
Okay.
He's passed away a long time ago, since like 2011 or so. But
Oh, okay. Wow.
no, my pops was the type of guy. He would have like a little studio for 3 months or whatever, and then he would just go onto his bender, and then be at him. He'd be on the street for like 4 or 5 months. So like he might be outside the SAP center. He might be outside.
Would you see him too?
Oh, I would see him, bro. I remember a few times I saw my dad. Because sometimes my dad would get super messed up and
Yeah.
look for us.
Yeah.
Look for us. So he would go to places like the park, or I used to race bikes. He would go to Santa Clara's like track and like show up drunk. And,
Yeah.
A few times though, I remember I would see my dad pass out on a bus stop on my way to the baseball practice.
That's crazy.
And,
like on his way looking for you or something.
Like he was like knocked out, bro. Like his tummy's all showing with his shirt all messed up. Like he's smashed.
that was when you were younger though.
Yeah, it
Because
was all
then
the
he
way.
led you to the Lord at some point. Right?
Yeah, so then the last 3 years of my dad. So I when he was I was 14 when he passed away. My pops from probably like 11 to 14, he had a really good 2.5, 3 years of sobriety.
Dang.
And so he was running AA meetings. He was running
Dang.
NA meetings. He was running Bible studies.
Yeah.
We were going to church. Sat in the same spot
Wow.
every time, and he went out on one last bender, and like he
Dang.
never came back.
Dang.
And yeah, so but he was clean. That was the 11 to 14 though till his death was the like most prime I ever had my pops, you know. And he was living at Little Orchard Shelter, and then he eventually got into like this little like hotel. It used to be a motel, but they turned it into like a homeless like a half like not a halfway home, but you know like just to get out of the shelter
to help him out.
Yeah, you pay like a $200 a month
Yeah,
to have the
yeah.
room.
Wow.
So it was cool, and you know like growing up there, like it taught me a lot, you know. And in the summertime, that's who watched me. Like my dad watched me. Like I was on the
Wow.
VTA bus, I was on the light rail, going anywhere and everywhere with him, you know.
That's
and
crazy.
and so yeah, you know, and
A lot of relationship.
yeah, a lot. Yeah. So yeah, towards the end though, like I say, he's the one who kind of he got baptized right before he passed away, and went
Dang.
on all that. So yeah, you know, I and I think like that's another thing too is like with the peace is just this learning the self control, you know, with
Yeah.
everything. Because unfortunately, my pops didn't have the self control, and that's why he went out to that last bender. And
Yeah.
unfortunately, when you get into that kind of murky water, you don't have control anymore of anything.
Right. You're so gone.
So you're so gone. So you know, whatever happens, I guess happens. And
Yeah.
unfortunately, you know, he passed away, and he never came back. And you know that's what happens. But yeah, my
Yeah.
kids don't see me drink. My kids don't see me do anything.
Yeah.
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 So.
Yeah. And that's good that you've learned that. And it's like it's something we all have as believers, but whether or not, and I think that's where the conversation gets tough for a lot of people, is like we all have that, but whether or not we choose to exercise it in those moments that are really hard, right? Like for like the pull, the temptation for him, right? Like was so great that he felt like he didn't have any control to say no anymore. And that's hard when it's that deep, right?
Yeah. And that's why like when you hear like people say like, "Oh, I've been clean for 32 years," and everyone's like, "Oh, you got it."
It's like, it doesn't mean I don't get
it's like,
tempted, bro.
Dude, like this guy probably gets tempted every day, or girl.
It's like running to
or
the word
lady.
helps. Like
Yeah,
there's so many
exactly.
things, bro. Like because we're like you're saying, we're not perfect, right? Like there's things that we all struggle with. Like I don't care who it is. Like every pastor I've ever met, there's something that they're still dealing with, they're working on, even if it's not what you're dealing with, they're working on, right?
100%. 100%. And that's what I try to tell my friends who are not maybe like so open to like, you know, hearing the word or coming to church, you know. And they say, well, you know, I do this, I do that. And like that guy giving us the message right now has something that we don't know about.
Yeah,
and
he's
we don't
not
need
hiding
to,
it.
He's not hiding it. Yeah, but
It's
we're
just,
not asking him about his life.
He's not feeling led to share right now.
Yeah,
Like,
and it's the relationship between him and God. That's all that matters.
And I'm sure he's got his people that he talks to.
Exactly.
Like,
but it's like that guy right there on stage.
yeah, he's not perfect.
Is not perfect.
No.
You know, and like that's why I try. And I think like that's how you know who's like really in the word and who's really following it, is understanding that like you're gonna wake up, you're not gonna be perfect that day. The person next to you is not gonna be perfect that day. Your kids are not gonna be perfect that day.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, you know, that's why even like you hear those stories like growing up when you're in church and your mom pinches you because you're making like too much noise, you
Sleeping.
know? And it's like, yeah, exactly. You're like sleeping, you know? It's like these people don't care about what I'm doing here. They just want to like, you know, they just want to hear this word, you know?
Mom,
so,
come on.
yeah, you know?
I didn't sleep. I played Fortnite till 8 a.m. Come on.
Yeah,
Mom.
exactly.
It's fine. I'm here.
You know? Yeah, but
I know.
But no, man,
Now
all
it's my
glory
mom
to God.
sleeps
Yeah,
sometimes.
all
Sorry,
glory to God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Long nights, you know, you have those long nights. You can't sleep. You
Yeah,
still show up at church.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
going to take a nap in the car.
Yeah, exactly.
That's okay.
Yeah.
That's good, man. So yeah, you said a few years then you've been really like deep into it.
Yeah,
That's
like
awesome.
consistently going to church, praying,
Reading the word.
learning the word a little, you know, here and there, and and then just like I said, like having that relationship, you know, because I have friends that are like different religions and stuff, and like I always talk about like the religion factor to me. Like obviously, if I had to choose one, I would classify as a Christian. But to me, this is how this is how I break it down. Yeah, is like when you're a kid and you're playing baseball and you want to be a professional baseball player, you could grow up as a Giants fan.
Yeah.
And all. But you really just want to make it to the league. You want to get drafted by who? If the Dodgers drafted you, you're going to say no because you went to the Giants game for 14 years in a row? Really?
No.
No, right?
You're saying yes.
You're going
to
to
the
go,
Dodgers,
yeah,
bro.
like you're going to go to the league,
yes.
right? And so, like, that's how it is, like, in, I think, like, religion and with relationship, it gets a little murky. I want to get to heaven, the league. That's the league I want to get into.
Yeah.
People want to wear a Christian jersey. They want to wear a Catholic jersey. They want to wear a Mormon jersey. They want to wear whatever jersey they want to wear.
Yeah.
You can wear. You can put on. I'm not here to put that jersey on you.
Right.
But the jersey I'm going to put on is that relationship jersey with God because that's what I think is the most important thing.
Yeah.
And, you know.
Yeah.
And like I said, even though I say, oh, we're sinners and we grow up, we wake up and we sin, that doesn't mean that I go out and sin and be like, oh,
you're not like you're not making the conscious decision every day. Let's go make some mistakes.
Exactly,
today.
because God died for them. No, you know,
hyper grace.
You know, yeah, exactly. It's like that's like
let's go abuse what the Lord has done.
Exactly, you know. So it's like very ungrateful. That's like ungrateful, but
yeah.
So I just try to put it like that. So I don't care what jersey these people have on, like, you know, whatever religion you want to follow under. But if you have a relationship, like, that's the most important part. I'm just trying to get to the league, aka heaven.
Right.
And you know, as the way
you
I
start learning about some of these other religions, though, and you're like,
yeah,
hey, yo, that's not the same Jesus. Like, I'm just saying, like, I'm not gonna tell you what to believe. And then those conversations.
Well, Forrest Frank, he has a great song, and I always tell people this. It's called "Jesus Is Alive."
Yeah.
Go listen to that song.
Yeah.
Literally, the intro will tell you everything you need to know. That's all it is.
I love it, bro.
You know, so.
Oh man, and my dad taught me that as a kid, because like he's read like the Book of Mormon, he's read the Jehovah's Witness Bible, like just to see like not to believe it, but to learn.
Yes.
And so he still has them in his library in his room.
Yeah.
And he'll be like, dude, he'll bust it out sometimes. Like, if there's ever someone in the house that believes that, right? And, like, if we start talking about it, he'll be like, well, what about this verse? Like, it's very different from this one in the Bible. And they're like, yeah, like, that's yours, though. And I'm like, no, hold on. Like, let's have the conversation.
My wife hates it because I'll sit there and, bro, I'll talk to the Mormons that knock on the door. I'll talk. I'll talk.
We're blacklisted.
Yeah.
No Jehovah's Witnesses. I dated one once.
Yeah, the Jehovah's, a lot of Jehovah's I have as they're cousins of mine.
Oh, really?
You know, yeah. So like,
so they're coming around still.
Yeah. So like, you know, but like sometimes they don't do the birthday parties, the Christmas.
I know,
you know,
and they won't show up, huh?
Yeah, they don't do that.
That's crazy.
But you know, I love them. I love them to death. I got friends that are anti-God. Like, they don't believe at all. They're like, dude, what are you doing? Like, that tree is like, that tree right there just popped up because it was planted
from the soil.
It's like yeah, okay, yeah, you're right, bro. You're right.
It's like if you're not feeling led to like debate or like have it, then
yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, I always
relationship first.
Relationship. And Pastor Mike, I use this line all the time. Shout out to him. I am not God's or Jesus' attorney.
No,
I'm not his attorney. I'm not his attorney at all. I'm not here to
debate
you. Like, you know, I have a family that I'm trying to lead to the Lord. You know, and eventually, once I can lead them, maybe I'll branch out and start helping lead people.
If you're evangelical, like, it depends your heart and your identity in Christ too. Like, if you're really prophetic, if you're really apostolic, evangelistic, like, you're gonna go the way you're led. I'm gonna say you're more like evangelistic because you're out on the streets having those conversations.
Yes.
Like, it's not easy, and a lot of people aren't called to that. And if the Lord is like putting you there and calling you there and growing you there, then
and that's how I feel, honestly.
Yeah, and it's kind of heading that way at the end of the day. The platform,
So,
that's
I'm only getting older too, you know, so.
You're not that old, bro.
You know. Well, I don't want to be You
don't want to dox it. You don't want to put on the internet, but but I mean, I thought we were the same age. So when you said younger, I was like, cool.
Yeah.
That's good. But man, no, you're putting it. I like it. I mean, I've been seeing it for years. The more I'm talking to you, the more I'm realizing, like, it's probably been a few years that I've been seeing your stuff. But then once Vibes put the chat together, that's when I was like, oh yeah, Derrick. Like, and I think, like I said, that's what I'll do is, like, I'll follow, and then if, like, it depends on how quick I'm cleaning out my following. But if people don't follow back, I'll just unfollow.
Yeah.
because I want to like be mutuals, right?
For sure.
And then so through that chat, I got your follow, and I was like, sick. Like,
Yeah.
I've been seeing him for years.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I saw from 1,000 views to now.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
it's crazy.
Yeah.
All I have to do is go to San Pedro, bro, and I'm sure I'd run into you, but I don't go
Exactly.
down there
Yeah.
that much.
Well, shout out to Rodrigo though for that.
He's a nice guy, man.
He's sick. Yeah.
He's a believer too.
He is a believer. Yeah. And him and I've kind of had conversations like this on his podcast as well.
Yeah.
But even in like private and in person, we've talked about talked about stuff like this, and then him just being a family man and stuff. He's that guy is awesome.
Oh, bro,
Shout out
he's
to
just
Vibes.
like you.
Yeah, shout
He's
out to Vibes
hustling just like you,
Bodega.
man.
Yeah, he's always working. But yeah, when he put that group chat together, bro. You know,
funny.
you see who's like, you know, you want to support as many people as you can and
I
as
just
you
follow
want.
everyone.
You know,
Right
and then
away.
like I click on your page and I'm like, okay, and I'm like, dang, this guy looks so familiar. I'm like, this guy looks really familiar. Like I know him, and then
That's funny.
and then to see what you have here,
Yeah.
putting the community, like your community together,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
and having the jam sessions and
Yeah.
stuff like that, and the
Yep.
pop-ups, you know, it's like, okay, why wouldn't I follow that guy? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
no,
then,
I appreciate that.
you know, and then I see Frankie at the Sharks event,
his room.
not too long right here, not
Yeah.
too long ago, or not too long after that, and
Yeah, that was right when we
and I'm
started
like, oh,
getting
what?
into it,
That's
yeah.
like, I was like, that's like a Josh's logo or
Yeah.
whatever, you know,
It's on his table.
on his table. And so like we start chopping it up there, and he's like, oh yeah, like
Yeah, 'cause he
his
brought
name,
it.
yeah,
Yeah.
and so. Yeah, then you just start chopping it up, and I'm like, yeah, this guy seems like a cool people. And then right now you're like, oh, Dylan's my cousin. I'm like,
Dude,
oh, dang, I know
it's
Dylan for years.
It's
like,
funny, like that's just the connection in the network. Like I always call it like that's like Holy Spirit, like just kind of like putting everyone together, keeping everyone close. Like
yeah,
especially in entertainment, bro. Like you hear it all the time. It's true. Like there's just it's such a small circle, like because we're here, which is a different network than San Jose, sure, but like through Chris and like through you and like through Rodrigo, like just kind of getting more connected over there. And I'm like, all right, Lord, like what's the point?
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
like you're doing that for a reason too. Like
Yeah.
if even if it's not all business right now, like one day, sure. Like I always say, like, you know, you're for someone, there's business there for you. But like I'm like, there's a reason you're keeping us all close and like
sure.
and building a network in a community, even if it's not always coming on a Saturday, we're still all connected and like through these group chats
Yeah.
or like through meeting each other through these things. Like this is what Rodrigo wanted. Like
yeah, no, for sure.
stuff
yeah.
like this to happen. Like
Yeah.
so it's cool to see it, but even that took months to get to the point where like I'm even like reaching out and saying anything because just until that moment I didn't feel led to say it to be
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
hey bro, come through. Like
Yeah.
because I'll put the invites for the events all day, but I'm not inviting everyone to come and do this.
Yeah,
Like
no.
there's a reason why the invites get sent, and it's usually him putting it on my heart.
For
and then
sure.
my parents are like, why are you doing that one? Is it paid? And I'm like, well, not that one. Like,
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
they're like, all right, like, I'm like, I'm feeling led. I'm gonna do what I feel led to do. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna stop that. You
Right.
know?
Yeah, and I work a lot with another creator. His name's Izzy. His Instagram's Shop Unwanted, and he also does man on the street stuff as well.
Okay.
And he's a little younger than me though, bro. He's like 24 years old, but I met him
Dang.
through the vintage game and stuff originally.
You got some good stuff, man.
And so
Some heat.
yeah, so I met him through the vintage game originally, and he said, and I told him like, cause I told him, hey, make sure you're getting paid from certain people to do certain things.
Right.
Then I told him it's gonna be put on your heart to do things just to do it to keep
I
that
know.
relationship,
Yeah, for
and
some
just
reason.
to keep whatever it is. Because like there's some big videos I have done with some big companies
Yeah.
where I didn't charge,
Yeah.
like and I just kept that relationship. Then eventually some of them turned into the paid gigs because of what
Right.
it turned into.
Right.
But like there's one currently right now, I won't say who it is, but there's one currently right now that I have a partnership with that does not pay me, but they put me in some of the best positions I've ever been in my life.
Oh wow.
And as far as like events goes.
Right.
So
Right.
that is like a, I guess you go back to it, balance, like you had to find that balance because you know, believe it or not, we didn't, the way I look at it is I didn't get paid doing this at first, doing the interview thing.
Right. Right.
Now we get paid. Why would I change my mindset on a sense of like, oh, now I get paid, I'm too good to do this thing, or I'm too good to do this. Like,
yeah. Bro,
just-
if people are asking me, I'd be out
just
there all
do
day.
what on the heart. Yeah,
Yeah, for
exactly.
sure.
Just do what is on the heart.
as you feel led.
And as you feel led, exactly. So.
And there's no mistakes too, like with this kind of stuff. Like if even if it wasn't the Lord saying reach out or say something, like, okay, so you made a relationship, like a friendship, a connection, like that's not bad either.
Exactly.
But it is tough navigating the entertainment game. Like, what do I charge? Like, what don't I charge for? Because that's my dad's biggest like goal and dream for me is like he's just like his goal at the end of the day is every time we turn that key, it's to make money.
Sure.
Right. And I'm like, yeah, like me too. But while we have the time where we're not fully booked out like that, we can do stuff like this.
Sure.
And like this is where you can see where things lead and like see where relationships take you. Because once we're that busy where I can't be offering people, or like I just have to stay later or whatever, right? Like my heart is always to reach out. So if I could, bro, all my friends, if you get this far in the interview, you know this. Like I want to give everything for free to you guys all the time, but that business part comes in where I'm like, I'd be here all the time doing free stuff too. That trade-off.
Yeah, it's a trade-off, yeah. And that's why, like, anybody who gives us, like, clothes or anybody who gives us, like, any swag.
Yeah,
literally,
the record.
Yeah, I try to literally just put it in my video as soon... I try to wear it as soon as possible, you know, because it's I don't want to think that I just took that and, like, and dipped out or whatever, or you just gave that to me because of my following or whatever.
Right, you want to show,
Like, I want to show that, like, I appreciate this. Or, like, even when we're doing the interviews, like...
Yeah.
I will remember almost everybody who has answered a video on my question, bro.
Yeah.
If I see you one time and everyone's like,
everyone's
like, dang, you remember me?
Of course.
And I'm like, bro, I was editing your video for 2 hours. I know your face. And then everyone's like, I thought you would just remember people who said no. I'm like, those are the people... I can't even remember who's the last guy who said no, bro.
No,
and like I was told no like 3 or 4 times on Sunday last time I went out.
Yeah.
Like, you know, but I don't even know who it was.
No.
You know, but if you stop and give me an answer, it's like I'm very grateful for that. You know, I understand not everybody wants this green mic in their face and a bright light camera, you know, shining at you.
Yeah.
You know, so when people walk away or whatever, I'll have fun with it. Like, they'll just walk by me, or if they'll say a comment.
Yeah.
You know, I don't get mad, you know. But yeah.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's like every comment on Twitter. I remember every... It's like if they come around more than once, I remember their handle, bro.
Yeah.
And then when they say what's up in real life, and you don't know who they are because no profile picture or whatever, right? And then they're like, yeah, bro, like we followed, like I talked to you, and I'm like, who are, like, you got to show me your profile, bro, because you don't use a profile picture, so I don't know who you are. But it's like those moments. My dad's had those moments too at the studio, like at the bank. The banker follows us, like the guy who does loans and stuff. He's like, "Are you Josh's dad?" And he's like, "My dad's like, who are nice to meet you." And my dad's the nicest, bro. He'll talk to you forever. Like,
that's awesome.
Yeah, so all that kind of stuff that comes with this, he's just like, I just wanted you to open a music studio so you could have your dream. Like,
no, that's awesome.
You didn't know. But that's the social media, the power of social media, right? Like,
it is.
The branding.
It is, yeah. And
not to be famous, just the branding that comes with it.
That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is, dude. It's like the whole... I hate... Like, I'm so socially awkward, believe it or not.
Really?
Like, socially awkward, funny. Bro. Like you said, like, when people come up to you and they're like, hey, like...
Yeah,
you know, I am the worst at that, bro. I'm like... I, like, freeze. Hey, they're like, hey, can I take a picture? Like, recently at the World Cup thing, they're like, hey, can I take a picture with you? I'm like looking around. I'm like, me?
Me?
I'm like, me? They're like, yeah, can we take a picture with you? And I'm like, sure. And, like, I'm standing there, dude. I'm like I've never taken a picture before, dude. I'm like, what?
That's so funny.
I'm like, you know, and it's just like, and it's happened before. I'm just like, it's so weird. And, like, when we had 3,000 followers, we went to San Jose Day 2 years ago.
Yep.
And we had 3,000 followers. People were even recognizing us there, and I told my wife, I don't want to do this no more. Like, I went home. She was sitting on the couch, and I was like, I'm not going to do this no more. I was like, I can't. I don't like it.
Yeah, the celebrity, the fame.
I was like, and we were just at 3,000 followers, and maybe 1 or 2 people came up to us. Like, no one.
But you were seeing it.
But I was like, oh, I don't want to do this, because, like, it was just like, I don't know. I'm like, I was nervous. I was scared.
Yeah.
I'm socially, like, awkward in a sense. I was also like,
I just don't see it.
You know, it's just like weird. Yeah, like I get like, I don't know how to
with
call
random
it.
people. Like,
yeah, it's like
for sure.
Well, it's because it's like the thing is like I don't really play a character on the Instagram.
No,
You know, like
this is the
like
same,
who
yeah.
you see is
Yeah,
like you know what it is, and like
yeah.
that's even like some of the bigger creators when I've collabed with them. They're like, dude, your voice is like one of the funniest things about the video, and I'm like,
Because it's deep.
thanks. I'm like, you
Like,
know, like thanks. They're like, no, it's just like the way you're asking it and the way you sound, and I'm like,
well, because people want energy. They're so used to like, hey guys, like customer service voice or whatever, right? And we're
exactly.
just like, how's it going?
Yeah, bro. This
Who's gonna win the World Cup?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. It's like who's gonna win the? That's the number one thing. That would be my biggest advice. I seen somebody recently drop a reel like a month ago, and they were saying, "Oh, the issue with the man on the street guys is that they don't make a character of themselves." But
that's an issue.
the thing is that the thing in my opinion is if there's nobody walking on the streets and then I have the green mic in my hand,
Yeah.
what good is that green mic?
Yeah,
And
you're
what
just
good
talking.
what good are the questions?
Yeah.
You know? And this is something I always ask them too, is the Hawk Tua girl, right? Now tell me what the interviewer looked like.
I don't know.
Exactly. And that's what I tell everybody. Tell me what the interviewer looked like
Yeah.
in the Hawk Tua interview. And tell me where he went after that interview and
Oh,
where
yeah.
she went after
Yeah.
that interview.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know? The thing is it's not about me, bro.
Was he in it?
He was in it, yeah.
That's
yeah.
a white guy.
A
It's
black
white-
guy.
Black. My bad.
Yeah, as a black kid, yeah.
What?
Yeah, as a black
Oh
guy,
yeah. It is. It's two.
Yeah,
It's like him and his homie or something,
Or
right?
I think it's her and her friend.
That's- and
I
then
think it's
just
her and
him by
friend, I think it's
himself.
just him.
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
I think, yeah.
Yeah.
But see, like that's the thing too.
Dude.
Is like I always ask people that. I always ask like, what did that guy look like? Or I even ask, was it even a guy? Like you don't even know. You just remember
so
what
funny.
she said.
Yeah,
The reason
yeah.
my videos went viral is not the way I asked the questions. It's not the way
it's
that
their
whatever.
responses and the reactions, bro.
Exactly. So it's like, do I have to be the character,
No,
or do I have to be?
no.
Yeah, exactly. I have to be
No.
character hunting. You know.
Yeah, like you're looking for the ones who are like wearing the crazy outfits or whatever for sure, but
Yeah.
even still, like yours is so tame. I think because of who you are. Like you see a lot of guys doing that kind of videos, and they're looking for the girls, and they're looking
Yes.
for the girls in the outfit, and like you're not doing that. Which is like that's the wholesomeness. Like that's the piece. That's the Jesus in it. Is like you're not out there for the clickbait either, though.
Mhm,
you know?
correct.
Like
And that's why like I want, and I also work the way we work because I want people like Vans, Nike, Puma.
family friendly.
I want
bro.
these people to hit us up
because they're all
you
family
know?
friendly now. They didn't used to be.
Exactly. You know.
They've
So
learned, even them.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, there'd be
That's good,
on your
man.
P's and Q's. So
Yeah, and if it's not you, that's the thing too. Is I always have to remember that for me with these interviews too. It's like, oh, like my church friends are gonna see like it, and like they said a swear, well, not you, but like one of the guests like they said, and I asked them not to, but it's like okay, that's not you.
Mm-hmm.
Are you doing that? No.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
are you
yeah.
putting it out there? No. Like, you can't control what the other person does,
Mm-hmm.
and it's big with content and creation because everybody at church knows. And,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the young adults pastor at one point, he was like, it was like one of the young adults that I went to, and he's like, Josh is gonna run our social media. He was kidding, right? But for like conference or something coming
Yeah.
up to like flyers or something, right?
Yeah.
And he doesn't even remember saying that, but I'm like, I know that's the perception because of how much I post, and like you guys, even like them, they're just coming into my life in the last 2 years. I've been doing this for like 14 years of like content, but
Yeah.
like 5 to 7 years of like consistency.
Right.
They're just coming into the middle of it. So they're seeing that and they're like, oh, you make content. Like, oh, it's like, it's not that I make content. It's that I have a business that I'm promoting.
Yeah,
Like, it's
yeah.
way more that than like, I'm just a content guy. But then guys like you, the content guys, you're the ones getting the brand deals and you're the ones,
Yeah.
because that's what the brands want, is just somebody to push that brand forward in that moment.
Correct.
And then guys like me, they're like, well, how are we going to use him? He owns a music studio.
Mm-hmm.
Like, but it's crazy how it's panning out these
Yeah,
days, right?
yeah, and that's the thing though too. I always tell the homies who are doing like the man on the street stuff. The man on the street stuff is always gonna be around. I don't know if it'll always be hot, but even like when we were younger, Andy Milonakis was kind of doing it. Jimmy Kimmel had the guys doing it. Jimmy, all these
It's
like
the real
talk shows.
reactions of the people. Bro.
Exactly, like so. It's
I think
always
it'll always be there.
it will always be there.
Yeah.
But I always tell the homies like you have to treat it like a business. You really have to operate it as a business. But like I said earlier, you don't want it to become a job. But you have to have that balance. You have to operate because you want to reap the rewards that you're working so hard for. So if you want to get paid like you're working a job,
Yeah,
then you
yeah,
gotta
yeah. Treat it that
treat
way.
it kind of somewhat like that.
For
know.
sure.
So
for sure.
like it's just a balance. But
It's good.
you know, yeah, once you find it, just stay on that road. Don't do nothing different. You know,
Yeah.
I think you see a lot of people like they get on this road of success and they try to tweak it to go higher and higher, and it's like just ride it for a second and then
Yeah.
we'll jump
Yeah.
up, you know. But
Yeah. And it's really easy for people to see it all like from like my social media stuff and like the Twitter stuff, right? Like a lot of people that's the joke. Oh, he fell off. Or does he just not tweet anymore? Like,
yeah,
which one is it? Like, I've been focused on Instagram for 2.5 years since we started this, and it wasn't even like to build my page. It was to build the page for the business, and so we've met like 900 people in real life
yeah,
since we've started doing this that have followed us on the Jam Type page.
yeah,
That's a lot of interaction. That's a lot of work, and then I use my page to boost that page up for sure because I have a following too. But it's like it's the focus, and like nowadays they want you to focus on every platform all the time.
yeah, exactly.
So we're kind of doing it the opposite way of what the world is saying you need to do. We're doubling down on what works where it works, but then the world is like, oh no, just pay for this platform that'll like post to all socials for you and it's only
Sure.
$20 a month. And I'm
Sure.
like, you can, but like I know my business for this business is going to be real life business bringing it in the door. The internet stuff's cool.
Yeah.
And I can always go and try to till that ground, but it just hasn't worked out the last couple of years.
Right.
The Lord is bringing it around me. I'm not having to go work for it.
Right.
Which is crazy.
And as long as you stay on that thing, it's gonna continue to kind of
grow.
like to grow like that, you know. And that's the
Sure.
big thing. Like a lot of people tell us, like, go on YouTube, start your YouTube. But it's like TikTok and Instagram was such a like
Yeah. The posting,
the road
bro.
to 10K is like a job and a hustle to get to. And then you're like, dang, I
know.
got to throw YouTube in here. So then now, recently, as of 2 weeks ago, because we've posted on YouTube before, but it just wasn't
not
consistent.
shorts or anything.
No, like even
Okay.
like those ones, even my boys like, bro, do it. I'm like,
Shorts for sure
Yeah.
would probably be the easiest.
Yeah.
Long form is just takes so much time.
exactly. But I was like telling him like I want to keep doing the shorts for my Instagram, but the long forms I want it to be completely different than what I do. Like,
Oh,
like
so you
I-
want to maybe do stuff like this?
like whether it's a podcast, whether it's a day in the life of somebody, whether it's a
That'd be
dad
fun.
day with my
Okay.
kids, like
Yeah.
literally like anything, you
Long
know,
form,
like
yeah.
because eventually I do think I will have a podcast of some sort
Yeah, I
or
can
like a
see it.
talk show of
Yeah.
some sort.
Yeah.
Because yeah, something like that, but like I'm not ready for that at the moment, you know.
Right.
But I want my YouTube to like right now. What we're thinking about just doing like day in the life of like my dad life type stuff.
Yeah. Makes sense.
You know, kind of behind the scenes of like the products I use for my media stuff. You know, because
Yeah.
everyone
Oh,
always
yeah.
people are like, what do you use? And I'm like, I'll tell you what I use.
Yeah,
dude, you know, and
yeah.
I've sent it to people who've DM'd me like,
Yeah.
hey, what mic do you use? What thing do you use? And if anybody has questions out there, feel free to ask because I would send you the links
That
directly.
could lead to brand deals too, bro.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So
Like just sharing your stuff.
yeah.
That's
So
where I left off with my program. Is I started reaching out to the brands that I use to
Yep.
see if I could help build their Twitters.
100%.
Because back then, now everyone's popping on Twitter for all the brands,
Yeah,
but back
yeah.
then, nobody
Yeah.
had a following. Nobody paid attention to Twitter for this kind of stuff like mics and all that.
Yeah, we love the Rode mics. So
Yeah.
shout out Rode mics.
Those are
but
good. The DJIs
they
are
have not
good.
get back. Yeah, DJs are nice.
They're bro. So we started doing the street content.
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
think that's what brought Frankie up to mention you to me is because we started using his mics that he has
Sick.
to you. He uses them for church on like young adults or something like that.
Okay.
So they do like I didn't even know Blessed Side, the church he goes
Oh,
to.
sick. Okay.
They're
yeah,
doing
yeah.
like little interview stuff, right?
Yeah,
Which
yeah.
all the churches are doing that
Yeah,
now, right?
I see them
So
doing
Frankie
that.
just has the mics. He got the mics for that.
That's awesome.
And so we just kind of at the Friday night music series. So like every Friday morning, if you ever want to bring the family down, it's
Yeah,
free.
definitely.
It's like cover bands and like
Okay,
food and
sick.
people get drinks and stuff and vendors just
Okay.
all around. So it's actually a great place to shoot content, right?
Sick. Yeah.
And so every Friday we pay to pop up there with our tent and everything, right?
Okay.
And so we got all the boys this year, right? So we have Frankie, we have Mensch, we have Max, we have Uriel, and those are all the guys that have helped us keep the events going and put the events on with us. So they come out to the events. Frankie's got the mics, and last year we didn't have Frankie, so we didn't have the mics, right? So we would just like sell shirts and sell hats and
Yeah, yeah.
our merch, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And that's all we did last year. Now we're doing this street content where we're interviewing people. And
Yeah.
my dad's like, bring out the laptop, like let's record songs, like let's record that content. And
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
all right, so like use a little red one for that. And so it's like we're doing that, and Frankie's like, yeah, it's like Derrick the Dad's content or something. That's how it like you
Yeah,
came up
yeah,
on
yeah.
the somehow, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, like yeah, that's right. Like I'm not even thinking like, yeah, I want to be like him. I'm just
Yeah.
like, bro, you provided mics, so I love talking to people, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna talk. Like it's
Yeah.
just fun for
Yeah.
me. But it's like seeing all of that and like all the guys like you who are just doing that day in and day out, like and it works.
Yeah. No,
I mean,
it works, you know.
Are you doing ads or anything or these days?
No,
or
so
you're organic.
it's all organic, bro.
That's
so a lot of
crazy.
people will like hate on it, like not hate on it, but I'll go back and
They'll say it's
forth.
ads.
I'll go back and forth with some homies and that pay for ads. And
Ah.
they'll say like, oh, it's better, and I say no. The best, and I don't judge people who pay for ads
No.
or pay for promotion.
No.
There's some big pages that I follow that I respect, and they pay for ads and think it is what it is. It's how you want to have your business. But
Right.
From what I've read and studied, I just feel like it kind of hurts the profile a little bit more
If you stop.
when you start it and then you stop it. It's like it jams your profile up. It puts you in this view jail and everything like that. So everything is organic, bro.
That's awesome.
And yeah, I never once paid for an ad. I never once paid for like an interview with one of the famous people that you've seen us interview. It's just all organic and it's happened naturally. And yeah, like I said, by the grace of God, man, like this is why I'm here is because of that. So yeah, you know, it's just I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing
Right.
and that's why
You're
it's
following the Lord's
succeeding.
word.
Yeah, so that's the only reason that it's succeeding and that we're able to do this and yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, yeah.
That's awesome. So at this point, like the views is what got you the exposure for the brands to start reaching out.
Yeah, yeah. But the cool thing is though, even if you have less than 10,000 followers, you can still close out brand deals.
Really?
Yeah, that doesn't
I've never even pursued.
You can have 5,000 followers and you can get a brand deal. Now people are going to tell you no, but this is my best advice I could give you is if you're a content creator, reach out to 30 different companies a day.
Dang.
30 different companies a day. 10 to 17 of them are going to respond. And then 4 to 8 of them are going to be closed. And you're going to be like, boom. And those 8 deals, if you lock them in, say if you're somebody who's not sure about money and you're locking them for $300 or $200, you know, and it's like six of them, you know, that's $1,200 right there by just sending the emails. And now you got to go out and work and do it that.
So you're just
now, if you have
reaching
a
out to
higher
the emails
rate
on their pages then.
for the companies I want to work with. And then another thing too, on the other hand, is not saying yes to everything. You know, that's something I had to learn too, because it's like I would show up to some of these things and be like, this has nothing to do with what I'm aligned with my page.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, I'm not even going to be able to deliver what they're asking me to deliver because it's not going to come off as natural. And I'm going to have to like hire these people to like be these, you know, these characters, you know, these people in the videos. So once I learned that, it's just, you know, staying true to who you are. And then, so like working with brands you kind of just want to work with, like don't just reach out to 30 brands that you just
whatever
up.
Yeah.
Like reach out to who you really like. I wear a lot of hats, so like any hat company like Hat World, Lids, like you know, this morning,
really those are big.
So hopefully you know we get something back from them. I just when I sat down right here, Dove just closed, so we got something coming in with Dove.
Like the body wash.
This is the first time I just dropped this today. Yeah, so shout out to that.
Dang.
So literally
you reaching out. That's not them reaching out.
No, they hit me up.
Wow.
They just hit us up
on Instagram.
On email.
Okay.
Yeah, they just hit us up and they're gonna send us some stuff and we'll do a video for them. And as of first, I literally just happened 30 minutes ago. So
that's sick.
Yeah. Like,
congrats.
Thank you, bro. So that's a big one. But shout out to my partners though, Champs, Mountain Mikes. Those are like my top 2 guys right there. They take care of me every time they need something done during the 49er season. They send me out to Levi's. Mountain Mikes does. Whenever Champs has something in the Bay Area, mostly during the summertime, they send us out there. So
Champs.
So shout out to those 2 companies that have really as far as the big companies
Right, right.
have really connected with us, partnered with us.
Okay. Okay.
Very,
And those were reach outs to you, or
very
were
grateful.
those you?
Yeah,
Okay.
they reached out to us. Mountain Mice hit us up, and they had us do like this one promo video, just one promo video, and then they liked it so much where they just brought us kind of onto the squad. And so
Okay. That's
now,
cool.
as far as the Bay Area goes, we're kind of like their guy for that stuff. So,
Dang.
so
So
yeah,
your own clients.
yeah. So that was cool, And then Dove, like I said, they reached out to us. Um,
Wow.
yeah, really, like the only big ones you'll see me, the only ones I really reach out to, is like music festivals
Oh
and
yeah.
stuff like that.
So like
Yeah,
outside lands,
yeah,
like
Outside Lands, which we
that's the
didn't
biggest
get
one.
this year.
Yeah.
We applied for that, we didn't get it.
So there's
Coachella,
forms and stuff to fill. Okay.
yeah, yeah. There's forms
Email
to fill out.
templates. Do you got like a template that you use when you're reaching
Yeah, so
out?
shout out to my wife.
She,
My
the
wife.
women are always good at that stuff,
Yeah,
bro. My
yeah,
mom, yeah,
yeah. My wife runs the email, bro. So she runs everything.
she made that template, and she
Yeah,
just same template, just new name.
new
Hey,
name.
reaching out.
Exactly.
Okay.
So she runs the emails, bro. She runs
Wow.
all of that, bro. So anything in email, anything in that form, all the contracts, like she gets the contracts, bro, like in writing there,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
they don't,
yeah.
some companies don't
Change
run off
anything
or
up. Yeah,
whatever. Yeah, she runs all of that, bro.
that's
So
crazy.
shout out to my wife. Thank
Yeah,
God
that's
for my
awesome.
wife.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So that's what's you would have kept doing this, but that's what's kept the business aspect of it going is the
yeah,
brand deals.
the
Like
brand
they really
deals.
help for you to take the kids and do all the fun stuff,
Yeah.
like have the life, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the thing. If you're a content creator and you're a parent,
Mm-hmm.
you have to use it to your advantage. Like we went
Right.
to the YouTube convention a couple of weeks ago, and I literally woke up 5 in the morning before my kids and stuff, and I went to the other room in the hotel, and we were in Anaheim, and I reached out to 10 different restaurants. And was like, hey, look at I'm in SoCal right
Yeah.
now. I'm
Uh-huh.
from Northern California. This is my page. I'll come and make a video for you just in exchange for some food.
Oh,
You know?
yep. I heard that too. A lot of the
Yeah,
foodies
yeah,
are big on that.
yeah. And so I was like, I'll exchange it if you want to work with me.
Yeah.
If you
And you
want
got
to
some
work.
yeses?
And some people say, yeah. So then for one day, me and my family just like went down and
Ate
ate
for
for free. I'm about to go for the Universal Studios. Cross our fingers, but we might be staying in the hotel for free. Like, yeah. So
And that's just reaching out.
that's literally just, yeah.
So they check their emails, guys.
Oh,
in
they
case you're
check their
wondering.
emails, dude. They check them. Yeah, they want you.
DMs, it's harder
Yeah,
on DMs, but emails,
emails. Yeah, they
okay.
want you. They want you there. They want
Very
you there.
professional.
And
Got
like
you.
I said, yeah, our followers obviously make our chances a little higher.
Right.
But
The higher you go,
but
yeah.
if you are someone who has 4,000 to 10,000 followers,
Mm-hmm.
don't be afraid to reach out because they will still take you on that opportunity.
They
Now,
won't offer as much, but
exactly. Now their offering might be a little smaller than somebody who has a bigger following,
still money,
but
bro.
it's still money. It's
As long
still
as it
free
aligns,
product,
like you're saying,
and you
there's
align.
always that.
The thing is, the number one thing is two things I should say when I started this channel was one is like stay true and don't sell out. Like don't ever be a sellout and always just be true to who you are.
Right.
And then like number two is always come home back to your family safely. So no matter where you're going out and recording, like don't
Right.
do none of this gotcha stuff. Don't do none of this,
Where you could get punched in the
whatever.
mouth, like
Exactly. So, yeah, I just think, just stay true. But
Honest.
yeah, reach out. Don't be afraid. Closed mouths don't get fed, is what I say. So,
Yup.
You know.
Yeah, because that's always been a thing for me. Is like I got this following over here, but like, how do you even do that? How do you max? Because I always thought it was like the reaching out, but then a lot of people are like, bro, you got to reach out. Like you got to send those emails. So.
yeah, because I may have 50,000 followers, but Dove didn't know who I was before today or before they saw my page.
Yeah.
Before they saw
And
my
those close pretty quick, huh?
Yeah. The only thing I would say that you have to get used to is the net 45 pay or net 30 pay.
They ain't paying until after it's all done.
Yeah,
and
and
then
it's been
later.
posted for like 3 weeks. I'm like, God dang. But it's
They
like
want to see it perform.
Yeah, they want to see it. And
Will
so
they ever like renege on like, oh, it was 5, now it's 3 because it didn't perform, like type of thing? Or?
no, because
Okay.
I always in the contracts I always tell my wife don't put the view count because you don't know.
promise views.
Yeah, you don't promise the views. I'll promise you that I'll post it on both my TikTok, on Instagram,
That's
TikTok,
good. And they're saying
all
yes.
that stuff, and they're saying
That's
yes.
good,
So
man.
yeah, so that's all
Wow.
I ask for. And
A lot of work though. She's sending a lot of emails.
She's sending a lot of emails, bro. She's a beast, and I love her.
But it
Shout
helps.
out. Yeah,
At the end of the month, you know.
Yeah. She's been able to quit her job.
Oh wow.
So yeah,
just because of brand deals.
she's just a stay-at-home mom, bro.
That's awesome, bro.
You know, all glory to God.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So like
You guys are
literally
doing it,
a
man.
year and a half ago, I woke up crying in her arms before
Mm-hmm.
we were both about to clock into our day jobs.
Mm.
And now today, she stays at home with my kids,
Just
and
emails.
we're able to do these things. And
Pipeline, yeah.
you know, it's all glory to God. You know, so
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
That's super cool. Well, it's great learning and hearing your story.
yeah,
Because there's a lot. It's just, I don't know, in the short form, you just don't get a lot. And
Yeah.
you're asking people questions, you know what I mean? So
yeah.
it's a
Yeah.
crazy story, man.
Yeah, no, this is
Well,
sick.
any advice you want to leave the people with? I think you're sharing a lot.
Yeah,
about
yeah.
branding.
No, the advice I would just say is, you know, just stay true to who you are. Keep going. You know, keep doing things for the right reasons. You know, don't do things because there's a piece of green paper in front of you. You know,
Right.
money.
Only if there's a green mic.
You know, yeah, exactly. If there's a green mic, you better answer the question. No,
Yeah.
you know, but no, just stay true to who you are is the number one thing.
Yeah.
Find your calling, you know, find your thing. Like your pop said, like, I just want you to have your dream, you know, this is your dream.
Yeah.
Look, this may be the size of it right now, but wait until 2031.
Yeah.
You know, if you
Yeah.
continue to keep showing up here, turning the
Yeah.
key and doing that.
Yeah,
no,
true.
like you're gonna go crazy.
It's crazy.
And so like that's the thing. That's the number one thing. And then yeah, that's really it. I'll shout out a few people
Yeah,
though.
man,
Yeah, shout
do
out
your
to Best
thing.
Bay Area Food, Zach's. Shout out to
Chris.
Chris. Shout out to Izzy. Shop
LA, they got the
Wanted.
LA going on
They got
now.
Best LA food going.
So Cola.
Yep, Cola. Yeah, shout out to
Gotta
Cola.
shout out Cola, bro.
Yeah, shout out to everyone who's recorded for me. Shout out to my kids. Shout out to my wife. Shout out to Kid Lords. There's these. They're a
Yeah,
group.
dude, I
Kid
played
Lords.
with them 2
They're,
years ago.
Yeah, shout out Kid Lords.
Heck
They're having
yeah.
a show soon. But yeah, Tony, Nano.
You do stuff with them?
X. Yeah, X is actually my nephew.
Oh yeah, he's the
yeah.
one we met that night.
Yeah,
the long hair.
Long hair. Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah, so that's my nephew. But shout out Kid Lords. They're just getting back into the groove of things.
Really?
But for real, San Jose. Shout out to Good Vibes Presents. Yeah, shout out to everyone. And shout out to everyone that follows us. Paleta Planeta, shout out to you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to everyone. Jubo,
You're-
Coldwater, all you guys.
the boys.
Yeah. So, but no, shout out Josh
Awesome,
too and his crew.
Thank you, man.
And
yeah. I appreciate you coming down, bro.
Yeah, bro.
That's awesome.
Thank you. Thank you, bro. I appreciate it.
Awesome conversation,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah, thank you,
Longest
dude.
one yet, for
Yeah,
sure.
hell yeah, sick.
Let the spirit lead. See?
Yeah,
See what
absolutely,
happens?
man. That's cool. Thank you.
All right, we'll see you later, guys.
See ya. Thank you, bro. That was awesome.